All right, everybody. And we are live once again. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your favorite podcast.
Riffin with Griffin, yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah,
Riffin with Griffin.
Riffin with Griffin.
Riffin with Griffin, yeah.
Whoa, whoa.
Riffin with Griffin, baby.
Welcome back to Riffin with Griffin. We're here once again, live. Thank you for being here. ErikGriffin.com. I got some dates coming up, so check that out. Today's episode, Madonna and her face. LeBron James legacy. 4-day work week. And my lovely wife. Want to say some things about her. But overall, I want to thank everybody for being here. Because you know what it is. Welcome back to Riffin with Griffin. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Riffin with Griffin. Bum, 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 bum. Shout out to Dopapod, man. I can't thank them enough for that beautiful theme song. You know what I mean? Dopapod, always doing it. Always doing it. So, anyways, guys, what's up? Welcome back to Riffin with Griffin. As always, we here live on a Tuesday unless I have a guest. So, I don't really like having guests, but we're here. So, welcome back to Riffin with Griffin. Please, you know what to do. Please subscribe, share, hit the notifications so you always know when I'm going live. It's sometime on a Tuesday. I should probably be more consistent, but life gets in the way. You guys know how that is. I'm on Twitch. I'm gonna be on Twitch right after this. Twitch, I Twitch most days, man. I got a chill life right now, so so I'm on there. So check me out on that. If you want to support the show, you could be a Twitch subscriber. You could be a part of the Patreon just because you want to support me. I love that. You could be a YouTube member. Any one of those type of things you can do. So I appreciate that. Upcoming shows this week, I'm going to be in Great Falls, Montana. Great Falls, Montana at the Newberry. So if you're in Great Falls, Montana or somewhere in the area, you want to see me live, come check me out. I will be in Great Falls, Montana. So come check that out, y'all. Yeah. Let me take my lion's mane mushroom. Anybody taking lion's mane or know anything about it? It's actually good stuff. So anyways, welcome back to Riffin with Griffin, everybody. So if you've never been here before, I am comedian, actor, Erik Griffin, podcaster, so this is just me riffing. This is just like a stream of consciousness. So for the people that haven't been here before and you looking for that, like a silly, wonky comedy podcast, this might not be the place for you, or just stick around. Because in the people that have been here, you know how it is. I just speak from my off the top, and sometimes it's hilarious and sometimes it's introspective, but it's always riffing with Griffin. I just say that every time. Sometimes it's just for the new people, for the old people, so we all come together. And thanks for being here. And speaking of, we're live in chat. Hello, chat people. Thank you for being here live, and all the people that are listening on audio later. I appreciate you guys too, and please put some comments on Apple and all that because it helps me raise the thing up from the top. I do enjoy comments, and I want to thank some people who were commenting. Let's see. Ellie Gonz, Gonz. I'm not sure. Rachel's funny. I enjoyed watching you stand back to let her shine. She gave you good stuff to riff off. I'd watch more episodes of y'all together like this. Thank you, Ellie. That's a great comment from her. I would assume it's a girl because there's a picture of a girl as the thumbnail, but you never know with this stuff. Rachel Miller, another Rachel. This needs more views. Get a YouTube specialist. You're too funny and need to get in front of more eyes. I totally agree with her. So help me by sharing. You know what I mean? Steve Beck, the baby spoon, so dope and adorable at the same time, at the same damn time. So thank you for that. Let's see. I don't know. Then there's also, of course, there's some like, you know, bad comments. You know, people are just rude and disrespectful. You know what I mean? It's like, and that's something I wanted to get into. But anyway, thanks for the comments. Thanks to everybody who comments and all that kind of stuff. I really appreciate your constant support, you know. So I love all that, man. So thank you for being here. So anyways, so last week I had my lovely wife on Valentine's Day episode, and you know, we had a good time. We went to like one of our favorite actually when I first asked Rachel to go steady with me so many years ago, we actually did it at this restaurant. We like Nobu, you know. So we went to Nobu. That's her favorite restaurant. Well, she says it's her favorite restaurant, but every restaurant we go to that she really likes, she goes, "This is my favorite restaurant." So we went there. We had a really great time. Valentine's Day was great, you know. So she came on the episode. But I just, you know, what I wanted to say is I think, you know, I actually want to apologize to Rachel because I forget how, like, she doesn't necessarily like dealing with like all the trolls and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, and it's like, I realize like sometimes some negative attention comes her way because of like, and we don't even realize it because it's just us being fun and we're just bantering back and forth. But, you know, it's like, you know, so when Rachel comes on the podcast and then we have like something that we've been like not arguing about, but like we have funny banter about, and then we come on the podcast and then people that don't know anything or know us, they come and then they're just like attacking us on the internet about like, you know, oh, you know, she's a gold digger, and if you don't see it, all that kind of stuff. And it's just like, I just go, so I just like, I hate that comes her way because it's unfair. It's rude and disrespectful. You know, you could say whatever you want to say about me. I'm old, I'm fat, I'm not funny, whatever you want to say about me, I don't care. But when it comes to her, that's when I have to step in. So I just, you know, I just remove things. I'm ignoring, you know, hiding user, like, you know, I just get rid of those people because it's just like, it's so ridiculous. Like, I just want to say, Rachel and I have been together for 7 years. We're going on 8 years that we've been together. So whenever this thing that's going to happen that you trolls think's going to happen, when is it going to happen? Okay. Rachel has a great job, by the way. I'm not going to say where or what she does, but Rachel's got a great job. Modeling is just a hobby. That's just a hobby that she's been doing for 17 years. You know what I mean? So she got a great job. You know, we have a great family household, and you know, we're working on making a bigger family. You know, so keep eyes out for that, right? So it's just, I just want you all to know. Let me put everybody at rest. Everything's fine over here, y'all. Everything's fine. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't meet last year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but anyways, that's not even the point. The point is, I just want to say to my lovely wife, babe, I love you. I don't care what anybody said. These haters, they mean nothing, and I want you to don't even worry about them. But she doesn't really. She knows, because she said to me, she was like, she goes, see, every time you hear me on the podcast, it's always about like buying something, and it makes me look bad. And it's just, I go, oh, you're right. But it's just so funny. She's so funny about it. Look, I work hard so her and I can have a great life. She don't need to work, but she does work, and it contributes. And so we can do all the fun stuff that we do. And you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I just wanted to send out some love. I just want to send out some love to her, and, you know, and just for the people that support, you know, because it's always opposite. Like, there'll be somebody in the chat who'll be like, oh my God, I love your guys' chemistry. You guys are so cute together. And then there'll be some incel troll who's just like, you know, what are you doing, man? Blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm just like, okay. So it's like you literally can't please everybody. Or it's actually like a fascinating psychological experiment to think about how people can look at the same thing and come to different conclusions. So when you're a person in the public eye, it's like you want to hold on to the positives, right? But then even that you go, well, I don't know if that's all true. And then you don't want to look at the negatives because it's so negative and mean and disrespectful. But at the same time, you notice it and you're like, oh man, I wonder why this person is saying this. And so then it's just hodgepodge. And so then you just realize, you go, oh, you know what? You just got to let it all go and not worry about it. So even though I'm talking about it like this, it's just because this is what I do. I talk about all kinds of things, everything. That's just what was on my mind. So just want to give Rachel Griffin a shout out because you are wonderful and I appreciate you. And, I love you just the way you are. Just the way you are. So anyways, I don't know if y'all know this, but I go to Vegas. I like to go to Vegas, man. I like to go to Vegas every year for the Super Bowl. So I went this past, I think I talked about it. Super Bowl was great and all that, But anyways, next year, the Super Bowl is actually in Las Vegas. So I was like, oh, man, if I want to go, I better check on this. So I go on to like my rewards program websites, the apps I have for like MGM rewards, for Caesars rewards. It's already astronomical prices to stay in Vegas next year for the Super Bowl. Like ridiculous. Like some of the like $800 a night to stay at some of the worst hotels on the Strip. So I'm like, damn, I don't know. I think I'll break the streak. I don't know if I'm going to go. Even though I don't even count the pandemic, the couple years in the pandemic that I didn't go. But it's like, so me and my boy Jeff, we go every year. We've been going for over 20 years. And so now I was hitting him up. I was like, dude, I don't know if we're going to be able to go. So it's just crazy, like how, how they, but it's probably going to be a madhouse. That's why I'm bringing it up. Next year in Vegas with the Super Bowl being in Vegas, because this year it was kind of calm. It was kind of tepid. I don't know what was going on, but I'm telling you right now, next year, man, the flights, everything, it's gonna be crazy next year trying to get to Vegas. People are gonna be driving. I mean, like the 15 is gonna be jam packed. I'm just telling you from now, plan ahead. So if you're gonna be going to Vegas to like be a part of like the Super Bowl festivities and just to be around all that, I don't even know like. That's probably going to be the biggest, most craziest Vegas has ever been, will be next year for the Super Bowl. Like, it's going to be crazy. Wow. Anyways. All right, y'all. Let's talk about, this is something I wanted to bring up on the podcast. So I don't know if you guys have seen Madonna lately, but Madonna, dude. She was on like some award show, right? And I think it was the Grammys. I didn't watch it. And she looked like that. It's like, Madonna, what's happening, girl? So she looked like that. Oh man, I didn't check to see if this worked. Let's see if this is working. Damn it, it's not working. Oh, man, I hate when I forgot to check that. Anyways, I'll fix that later. But anyways, here's what Madonna said. So she comes out. So she's obviously got plastic surgery, okay? She's gotten apparently a lot of plastic surgery. And I don't understand plastic surgery because to me, people that get plastic surgery oftentimes start ending up looking like they have the same father. Like everybody that's got plastic surgery, they start all looking the same. Like there's just this one alien out there impregnating everybody. You know what I mean? And then they all end up looking like this. I mean, it's bananas, okay? So she clearly got a swollen face and still showed up. She hasn't healed from the plastic surgery. And then she said these in her, she made a comment. This is Madonna's comment. Instead of focusing on what I said in my speech, which was about giving thanks for fearlessness of artists like Sam and Kim, many people chose to only talk about close-up photos of me taken with a long lens camera by a press photographer that would distort anyone's face. Okay. A world, now this is the paragraph that I want to go talk about. A world that refuses to celebrate women past the age of 45 and feels the need to punish her if she continues to be a strong-willed, hardworking, and adventurous, she added. I have never apologized for any of my creative choices I have made, nor the way that I look or dress, and I'm not going to start. First of all, 45? Hey, you're 64. Okay. Like, first of all, what are we talking about right now? Okay. Like, Madonna is always playing the victim. Okay. Look, Madonna has been relevant for 5 decades. 80s. 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and now we're in the 2020s, and she's still going to the Grammys. She is the most celebrated, probably the most successful female artist of all time. When she has concerts, they always are the highest grossing concerts of the year. Deep into her 50s, she's now almost mid-60s, and if she went on tour, I've seen Madonna a couple times, okay? What are you talking about? Bitch, you are celebrated. People celebrate you all the time. What are you talking about? This thing right here is about you don't want to age gracefully. And before we even get to like this, let's not make this solely about women. Oh, I wish my screen was working. My screen capture is not working. I should have, damn it. Dude, there are so many men of age with terrible plastic surgery trying to like make themselves look like they're 10, 20 years younger. It don't work. Kenny Loggins looks crazy. Carrot Top looks crazy. Burt Reynolds looks crazy. Wayne Newton. Look up Wayne Newton. He looks crazy. Tom Cruise has done it. It's like so many of these, like, have you ever seen one of these like older men and they clearly have plastic surgery and you're like, bro, like, this isn't going to work. Like, there's no young woman who's going to look at this older, like, guy over 40, over 50 and be like, oh, this thing you did to your face makes all of you look like, you know, you're 30 now. It just doesn't work like that. Mickey Rooney, thank you. He's a Mickey Rooney. Mickey Rourke. He's an, oh my God, like, he looks crazy. There's so many, like, so it's not just a male and female thing. This is this thing about now is there ageism involved? Maybe. But like, what does that really mean? Like, look, we celebrate, let's look at athletes, okay? This is why I love sports, because it's so pure. It's just the purest form of like things, right? When you look at athletes, they get to a certain age and they can't play anymore. You know, some people defy the odds, like Tom Brady, like LeBron James, because they spend a lot of money on their body. You know, they have all these programs and they're like, you know, but to a certain degree, though, you get to a certain age and you can't do the job anymore and you move on and retire and go on into the sunset. That's just how it works. So, you know, you're young, you're athletic, and that's why you're at the top of the game. Apply that now to like acting and sports. I have Madonna's sex book. It's called Sex. And it's a book of her showing her, she's like nude and she's like all like, you know, with like Vanilla Ice, with Big Daddy Kane, with like all these people from the 80s. And it was like a provocative book that she came out with. It's probably a collector's item now. She was selling that like a virgin, material girl. She was selling sex and youth, and she was selling like, look at me, she was naked a lot, and she was like, and we were like, all right, cool. And she also made great music, and she put on a great show. There comes a point where you can't do it like that anymore. It's not a knock. You don't do it like that anymore. You move on. This happens in comedy, man. Look, I'm 50, all right? I am who I am already. I started late, and then I did the best I could, and here I am. There's people like my little bro, Matt Rife. Shout out to Matt, who has blown up. I just directed his special, and check out his new special, Matt Stephen Rife. It's on his website. I directed it. So I'm trying to change careers. You know what I mean? But he's blowing up. He's 27. He's good looking. He's young. The new people are flocking to him like, oh, that's my guy. That's my favorite comic. You know what I mean? That's what happens. If I get plastic surgery, I'm not going to look like him. That's not enough. What I'm saying is aging is okay. Aging out is okay. So when she says, we're not celebrating women over 45, I completely and utterly disagree with that, because I don't really think that's what she means. I don't think she means celebrate. We celebrate a lot of women who are over 45. Helen Mirren, Glenn Close, a lot of actresses, a lot of singers, J-Lo. There's a lot of people out there who are still, what's her name? She's in the Superman movies. She's the black actress. She was in How to Get Away with Murder. What's her name? Probably one of the best actresses of all time. She had the snot bubble with the Denzel movie. Chat, help me out. I'm old. I'm just saying, we celebrate a lot of people. I don't think that's what she means. I think she means, when she means celebrate, Jamie Lee Curtis is another one that we still celebrating. She's The Golden Girls was a great sitcom. Thank you, chat. Help me out here. To me, I think she means attraction. I think she means, when she means celebrate, she means that we're not odling her and admiring her the way we did. We're not sexually attracted to her the way we were, in pop culture 50 years ago. Viola Davis, thank you. Viola Davis, thank you very much. Viola Davis, to me, best actress of all time. Anyways, that's what I think she means. And okay, you're 64 with 6 kids. Okay? You might be a grandma soon. Like, it's okay that, you had your time, bitch. You had a long run. And whatever you're doing to yourself, don't even get me started on her butt lift. Have you seen what she did to her booty? I'm so mad that my screen thing isn't working. No matter what you do to yourself, that surgery, at a certain age, it's not going to turn back the clock. Okay? It's just not. So don't put that on us, because we love you. We're still listening to your music. We'd still go to your concerts. We still remember you. You are in our heads as one of the most celebrated artists, not just woman, celebrated artists of all time. You the one that has a problem with your aging, not us. Don't put that on us. I'm sorry that some people aren't attracted to a 64-year-old with plastic surgery. Sorry. It looks freaking ridiculous. This has nothing to do with ageism. It has nothing to do with misogyny. You look ridiculous. So does Carrot Top. So does a lot of people that get plastic surgery at a certain point. It's like yes, and I see somebody in chat. She was sexualized at a very young age. Hey, I'm with you on this. There's a lot of, like, this is what we do in society. Sex sells. Not just in entertainment, y'all. Just think about when you go to a restaurant and the waitress has her titties out. It's just, titties McGee and tight-ass shorts with camel toe and tight dresses. And it's like we use sex to sell things. And when you use sex to sell things, people will be, objectified, But she leaned into it. So she was like, well, I'm going to make a career out of this. And she leaned into it. And now here we are 50 years later. And now she's mad that we're still not doing it. It's like, okay. And by the way, there are still people out there who are like, oh, I Madonna can get it. You know what I mean? There's a dude in the chat right now. I'd still smash. Yeah, exactly. But don't be mad that, if people are kind of like, oh, yeah, that's not my thing. Like, I don't like that you got whatever you're doing to yourself and whatever your reasons are. Don't it feel weird? Like, can I just say that? Don't it feel weird? Like, all these things she's projecting about, like, misogyny and all that stuff about this particular subject, I don't agree with her. I feel like it's crazy. She looks crazy. You know what I mean? It's just, I just think that it's like at a certain point, what are we talking about? Like, oh man, I just Google right now. Just Google male celebrities plastic surgery gone wrong. And all these dudes are going to come up and you're going to be like, oh yeah. Like, here's the thing. Like, when you get plastic surgery when you're young and we don't notice it, I get why you do that. Like, they say Megan Fox got plastic surgery. Okay, fine. She was young. Her body was able to adapt, and the little changes she made her go from really fine to really, really fine. So we're like, okay, you know what I mean? You put rims on an S-Class Mercedes, it's going to make it look better, but it's still a Mercedes, okay? There's a lot of people that have done whatever, like, when you can't, it's like CGI, man. It's like when you're watching a movie, you don't want to see the CGI. Even in a movie that it's all CGI, but I'm saying like a movie like Forrest Gump. You didn't find out till later, like, oh, that was CGI'd. Or like sometimes you see, oh, they changed that building. It's like when it's unnoticeable, it's great. So for young people doing that, all right, you doing it because it's going to give you that little bit of edge. But it's like, I don't know, man. Like, oh, man. And then here's the thing, too. Let me show you. So Madonna, this is her. She just got surgery. Face is swollen, right? Then she goes, all right, you don't like that. She goes, now she's like 10 days later, she's like, well, look at me now. Oh, you still look crazy to me. It looks like, okay, yeah. Like, you need all of this information. Like, when somebody gets plastic surgery, you would need to have a dossier about them first. Like, if it's somebody you don't know anything about, you never met, and you saw this woman right here, and you saw her, you'd be like, okay, oh, she looks attractive. Attractive lady. What's going on here? And then you find out she's 64. Then you're going to be like, oh, did she get some work done or something? Because we know what you're supposed to look like when you're 64. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. I think it's okay to age gracefully. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And by the way, if she wants to do this, more power to her. If you want to get plastic surgery because you want to look a certain way for as long as you can, I have no problem with it. But what I'm saying is, don't attack us because we ain't into it. Don't attack us. I'm talking about everyone because we're kind of like, well, that looks, because you're a public figure. We've been watching you for 50 years. We know what you're supposed to look like. And you don't look like that anymore. So therefore, it's okay for people to be like, well, ooh, what did you do? Your booty don't look like that. What happened to your booty? You know what I'm saying? It's like when you don't know, it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like when it's like some new artist that comes out and they do some stuff, then you don't even notice it because you're just like, you never knew anyway. Then you're like, okay, boom. But like, we have seen you. We've seen you. It's like Michael Jackson, man. It's like when Michael Jackson's like, dude, Michael Jackson was famous my entire life. Think about that. From when I was born, Michael Jackson was famous. Till he died at 50 years old, he was super famous. And we saw how he changed himself. I mean, I just think that so we're just supposed to sit over here and just be like, okay. Oh, yeah, that looks good. Nah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, crazy lady, man. All right, enough of her. Let's talk about some basketball, y'all. Let's talk about some basketball. Mr. LeBron James, man. Love LeBron James. I'm not a Laker fan because I was a Kobe Bryant hater. I wasn't a big Kobe Bryant fan. Look at my hair. Why is my hair crazy? Anyway, so they just had the All-Star weekend. I just full disclosure, I have not watched the NBA as much as I used to. Something happened after the pandemic, and I think I've talked about this on the podcast before. I'm not as enchanted with the NBA anymore. I realized that ever since Kevin Durant went to the Golden State Warriors, to me, my NBA love for the game has gone down considerably. Everything that has happened, and then the pandemic, and then the bubble, and all that. It's just I haven't been as interested. I don't like the player movement. I don't like the teaming up. I don't like none of that. I just don't like it. I like rivalries. I like watching a person be a star, not just win a championship. I like to watch somebody achieve championship level, without any things going on. So you got Antetokounmpo, Giannis, he won the championship, and I love his story, but to me that championship is tainted because, it's like, I'm glad he won, but you look back and you always think, Kyrie Irving was hurt, James Harden was hurt. They were up 40. They were up 30 and 40 points in the first two games. Kyrie Irving gets hurt. So then you always have that in the back of your mind. You weren't good enough to beat that team, which is all what I'm talking about, right? And then you go back to Kawhi Leonard championship. Kevin Durant gets hurt, Golden State. Klay Thompson gets hurt. That championship was it's just a lot of that. It's just my opinion. I've just been disenchanted with the NBA, so I haven't been keeping up on it. And then I started to watch a little bit of the dunk contest and the NBA All-Star weekend, and I was like, this is trash. It was trash. Where are the stars at, man? Why isn't Ja Morant in the dunk contest? Zion Williams. Why isn't these guys in the dunk contest? It's All-Star weekend. Where the frick are the All-Stars? Who are these dudes? Some G League dude wins the dunk contest? Okay, more power to him. Yeah, the dunks were fine. He's he got hops. White boy can jump. Cool. Dude's trash. That's why he's not in the league. What are we talking about? Anyway, so LeBron James in his 19th season, still one of the top players in the league, which is crazy. Now, it says two things to me. It says, one, LeBron James is great. He's a consummate professional. He takes care of his body in a way. And two, the NBA's trash. Two of those things can be true at the same time, you letting a 38-year-old dude be the best player? What's going on with everybody else in the league, man? Where's their professionalism? Where are they? Why? Take care of yourself too. Do what he's doing. He should lead the way. He's leading the way. Hey, I take care of my body because I'm a professional athlete, and I'm carrying the league. I'm being good off the court. When I'm on the court, I never cheat the game. Where's the rest of these clowns, man? That's how I feel about it. It's trash. All these NBA players who are not trying to do what LeBron James is doing, you're trash. You know? People like Russell Westbrook, good for him. That dude never cheats the game. He plays hard every single time. This is what I need to see from all these other guys. It's like, what's going on? There's like a handful of players in the NBA trying to be a professional. And the rest of these dudes are just cashing checks and bringing ridiculous attention to the game outside the game. It's like, get your shit together, man. You think it's going to last forever? The ratings are down. And then this travesty of an all-star game. It's like, play. Why aren't you guys playing? Fucking garbage-ass league. That's how I feel about it. Anyway. But let's talk about LeBron James. Love LeBron. You know, like I've said this many times. If you believe LeBron James is the greatest player of all time, I have no arguments. I'm a 90s kid. I think Jordan at his height was the greatest basketball player ever. At his heights. In his prime, I'll take Jordan. LeBron James has had a greater career. He's had the best career probably in sports, you know. 10 times to the championship, 4 victories, all-time leading scorer. He's leading in so many statistical categories by the time he ends his career. He's had a fantastic career, and he's on the Mount Rushmore. He's number 2. If he's number 1 for you, good for you. Number 2, okay. Number 1, I'm with you too, all right? But now, let's talk about this. LeBron James said that this is the most important 23 games of his career because they are 3 games out of 6th place. And there's 23 games left. They made the trade. They got D'Angelo Russell. So you got can Anthony Davis stay healthy? That's what the key to the whole thing. So LeBron James is saying, I'm not going to miss the playoffs again. I think we have a good enough team after this trade to make it to the dance, and then we'll see what happens when we get there. I was watching First Take, and they were asking the question, if LeBron James doesn't make the playoffs, will this stain his legacy? My response to that is no. How can it? This is his 19th season, right? And even in this 19th season, he's doing incredible stuff. Here's what I say that it will stain. It stains his Lakers legacy. That's the only thing it stains. A lot of great players have come to the Lakers for the last 40 years. This is what happens. Kareem came to the Lakers from Milwaukee. He won 5 championships. Shaq came to the Lakers from Orlando. He won 3 championships. Kobe Bryant, you know, I don't necessarily count Kobe or Magic because they were drafted by the Lakers. But there's a lot of players who end up coming to the Lakers. Anthony Davis comes to the Lakers. You know, so many people come to the Lakers to try to win a championship, to try to achieve greatness. Paul Gasol came to the Lakers. So when you start going like, who are the Laker greats? The Laker greats and what they have done. You know, I don't think LeBron James ranks very high as a Laker great. He's great. But I think if they don't make the playoff this year, it does stain his legacy in terms of the Lakers, but not as an overall basketball player. He's not going to drop down to number 5 because he didn't make the playoff this year in his 19th season, averaging 30 points a game at 38 years old. That's not going to happen. Okay? But if you're a Laker fan and you're thinking, who are the top 5 Lakers of all time? Does LeBron make that list? I don't know. I don't know if LeBron makes the list of the top 5 Lakers of all time. You know, to me, Magic Johnson's the greatest Laker ever. He went to the championship 9 times. I don't think people understand this. Magic went 9 times, got 5 championships. Okay? It's Magic's number 1. Number 2, you got to go Kobe Bryant. And I hate to even say that because I like Shaq more than Kobe, but Kobe won 5 championships as a Laker, okay? And 2 of them, he did it without Shaq to prove that he's – so Magic, all right, you got Magic, you got – what's his name? Kobe. Then you got Kareem, to me, at number 3. Then you got Shaq at number 4 because he won 3 championships. He reinvigorated the Lakers, okay? And then number 5, who you going to put there? It's got to be somebody like Jerry West, probably. The guy's the logo. Then you got Wilt. And then Wilt won 1 championship. He was a great Laker. They got to the championship many times, too. They only won 1. And then so it's like between Wilt and LeBron for number 6, right? So I just don't think I think that like if LeBron James somehow gets this team to the playoffs and somehow miraculously wins the championship, it would vault him up in the Lakers. He would make the top 5 to me, because that would be incredible. But, like, I don't know. The time's done. Like, we needed him to come to L.A. and win, like, 3 championships. Like, man. Like, if LeBron had come to L.A. and not just won the bubble, but won, like, 2, another, and then going on a 3rd or something like that, got a repeat or something like that, dude, he would have a case. He would have a case for, like, strong case for greatest of all time and a strong case for being in the top 3 Lakers of all time. But that it's not going to happen now. He's 38 years old. It's going to catch up to him. So I don't know if – but like I say, just to counter what was happening on First Take and some of these sports debate shows, I think that LeBron James is – I don't think his legacy is going to be tarnished if they don't make the playoffs. But his Laker legacy definitely will be tarnished. He will be moved further down because there's a lot of people that still don't even – like that bubble championship has an asterisk on it for a lot of people. So, yeah. Now, in terms of like the playoffs in the NBA, Russell Westbrook went to my Clippers. I still support the Clippers. I think that that's going to be fantastic. I think that Russell Westbrook is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. I don't think he has to do as much as he got these 2 players. He's already played with Paul George. Paul George lobbied to get him there. They look like a really good team. They already were a contender. I think Russell Westbrook, if he can he was playing great before he got traded. I think this is it. I think this is going to make the Clippers right up there. So Suns, Clippers, Denver. Those, to me, are the 3 best teams, and let's see what happens. So look out for my Clippers. Been a long-time Clipper fan. Just, like I said, just been kind of disenchanted with the NBA, I just don't like it, man. All right, guys. I wish my damn thing was working. I gotta fix that. I'll fix it for next time. We're all good. But this last thing I wanted to talk about, guys, is this 4-day work week. You guys heard about this? I know other countries are doing it, 4-day work week. They're saying and then they're doing some studies on it. They've been doing studies in the last year or 2, and a lot of the companies, the 4-day work week, they got higher profits, less mental health issues, and it seems to be working. I mean, we are one of the hardest working countries in the world, man. People don't want to believe that, fine, but we are. We work all the time because we care about capitalism pushes us forward. We got our restaurants stay open on Christmas. We don't take time off. My parents moved to Spain years ago, and I went to Spain to visit them when they were still there. And you go to a restaurant at 2:00 in Spain, it's closed till 5. Some places do that here too, because whatever. But that's just not something we do. You couldn't find food anywhere at a certain time when I was there. I'm just saying there's holidays people take off and then everything closes. Sundays, things close. It's other places, they're probably happier. But here, we don't care. We're you're going to be open on holidays. You're going to be open on until 24 hours. You're going to be open in the middle of the night. You're going to be we making that money. We got midnight sales for Christmas. It's about money, 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 money. So now, but they're seeing that, does that have an effect on people? And I think it does. I mean, having a 4-day work week, I'm sure for all those parents out there, and I hope to be a parent very soon, it's you want time to do things with your kids. You want time to do the extra things. You also want time to just like chill and do some fun stuff for yourself. Sometimes it's like about doing nothing. So, and as a person, I worked hard in my life. I'm more chill now. That's why I love gaming. And you could catch me gaming daily on Erik Griffin Gaming. So sometimes somebody might look at me and be like, dude, that dude's always playing video games and stuff. Because I'm 50 and I'm chill now. I'm chill. I have my money in the bank that I've made over my career. I got my investments and I'm just kind of like, you know what? I'm just waiting for that thing to happen. I get auditions. I do movies if I like the project. I got the podcasting. The podcasting is a whole new source of revenue. So I'm just like, I'm trying to live a chill life. My hustle ain't the same as it was like years ago, but I'm still looking to be in that, be a dad on a television show. I'm still looking for that job. That's what the thing about entertainment, man. You waiting for the email that'll change your life. It just works like that. An email comes, it's from your agent, and they're like, hey, you're up for this thing. You have to go audition. And then you go, 3-4 weeks later, next thing you know, you're on a television show and you have this great job. So I'm still looking for that kind of stuff too. But for the most part, I'm chill. And I just think that there's something about mental health for that. There's something about your mental health for that. So I hope they do go to this 4-day work week. I hope they do go to people can still work at home half the time. I do think there's something communal about going into an office but I like the idea of people being able to get their job done from wherever they can get their job done. So you have time to be like, yo, I got to go pick my kids up from school at 3 or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Or, I think it's good to give people an opportunity to do more things. And I think it's good for mental health because I don't think we, that work hustle, being on that hamster wheel for so long, it's a thing, man. It's a thing. So I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I would love to hear about it in the chat and the comments. What do you guys think about a 4-day work week? Is this something that you like, or is this you think it's bad? Do you think it's good? Because they've done studies and it looks like profits are up at certain firms and companies that have done it. So that's looking pretty good for the American workforce, right? So the American workforce is looking strong right there, dude. So, but anyways, guys, I want to thank everybody for watching and listening to the show. As always, I appreciate you. Make sure you, like you say, please subscribe, do all that. I'm going to be on Twitch shortly after, and if you want to support me on Patreon, I know I always say I'm going to do more Patreon content, and I am, I promise you. It's just, I'm chill now, right? So, but I'm going to do, I really want to do like a every 3 days, like a sort of, hey, for 15 minutes of the day, like, today's thoughts, I think I want to start doing that. And what I'll do is I'm going to do it live on Twitch for just subscribers. And then I'm going to put that video up on YouTube members only and my Patreon people. Just like a morning pick-me-up. Like, yo, dude, this is what's going on today. This is how we're feeling. And like some real-world advice from a grown-ass man, which I have to bring back, I haven't done that in a while, y'all. Haven't done that in a while. But you know what that means right now, y'all. And Big Aaron, thanks for that. I wanted to say, when we got this rap recap, and shout out to Mr. Chris Yu for these dope beats. Madonna, we gonna wanna support you, even that stuff that you do with your crazy face, all up in this place. Give me some space, but I'll give you some grace. Ooh, LeBron legacy. Oh, see what you can see. Is he the greatest of all time? Maybe while I kick these rhymes, get that 4-day work week, make you move your feet. Skeet, skeet. Everybody know it's Erik. Thanks for watching Riffin with Griffin. We always riffing. got the big nose, always sniffing. Woo, coaching like Lane Kiffin. Rocking these rhymes. One on time. Woo! Riffin with Griffin, Riffin with Griffin. Thanks for watching, y'all. I love all of y'all. Wall to wall. Next week I'll take a call. Woo! Old man shit. Yeah, it's the rap recap. It's the rap recap. See you next week. Woo, woo, woo.